Yo, this is Ron from the 650, and this is the 6-5 show. Danny asked me a question the other day about the man on the other end of this interview. He said, is he the best DJ doing it right now? And I said, shit, he's the best one I know, man. I met him in the green room of Brick and Mortar about 5 years ago, October 2019. Back then, he was a new DJ, spinning for fellow 209 alum, Don Quez.
Yes, sir.
And since then, this man has DJed across professional and collegiate sports, across the state, across the country, in his home country of Sierra Leone, West Africa. He's produced music, rapped on songs, dropped fire mixes, not to mention a whole album, and even some hot ass beat claps, if you know what I mean. Out of somebody's truck, man, with his Trunk freestyles or Trunk Chronicles. He DJs right now for the Cal Bears, Sacramento Kings, and recently LaRussell.
Yeah.
On top of throwing his own events with his Adore You series and a brand new pop-up radio show and a toy drive for the holidays in Stockton.
Yeah.
How he has the energy to do all this, man, is beside me. But maybe it's not energy. Maybe it's Kenergy. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, DJ Kenzo. How you doing, my dog?
Oh,
man?
my God, bro. Damn, that's crazy, bro. I feel like I'm doing great. But I can't even talk right now, bro. Like, I'm really dark, so you can't tell if I'm blushing. I'm surely blushing, bro. Thank you. I'm doing great, bro. How are you?
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I just, I had to give you your flowers real quick, man. I told you I did some research, and I was like, I kept adding things onto the list because there was just more shit that you was doing just this year and just in the last few years, man.
I feel like you damn near got through you got some shit that I forgot that I did.
Yeah, man. I was like, this is crazy. But I was like, nah, let me make sure, because I'm going to talk about every one of those things I've named. I'm going to talk about. So let me not miss anything. Did I miss anything, man? Am I forgetting anything?
I don't think you did. I really don't. I that's what I'm saying. Like, I forgot that I went out the country this year.
Hey.
Bro, thank you. Thank you for the reminders.
No. Hey, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it.
Yes,
you did
sir.
it. I'm here for it. So,
Thank you, dog.
Thank you for everything that you do for the community, both artistically and just being yourself with your energy, man. It's crazy all that you're done and doing. You got some new shit that you've started semi recently. So we gonna get into it. All right, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's start off with how we got here. I mentioned that I met you in 2019. That was October. You were DJing for Don, Brick and Mortar. I remember this was, because I rock with Danny, right? I remember this was one of our first real serious shows, right? And at the time I didn't really know how serious it was, because I was like, all right, we just doing this. And then I go up with first and only time in the green room of Brick and Mortar, and I see you and Don, and you guys are both super focused. You guys are both super in the zone. I was like, oh. Yeah. Like these dudes are super serious about this, and that started to change the way that I thought and Danny thought. And then you guys went up there, you guys killed it. I was like, oh, they are different. So I just want to let you know what we took from you guys in that era of just looking up to you, Don, Cam. I was like, yo, they're really us. But they're elevated to a new level of focus and productivity, and they're really doing all the things that we want to do. So we took pages from y'all book, and we're like, nah, these are the dudes we're gonna model our shit after. We need some of what they got. So I just want to give you flowers one more time, man.
Thank you, bro. That's really inspiring to hear, especially at that time. Bro, I really felt like we was the big three, me, Don, and Cam. And I was like, bro, it felt like Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce type shit. It was dope. And it's crazy because a lot of people, I'm glad you said focus, because a lot of people have thought I was mad before the show. Because I do look very my focus face is very looks angry, I guess. But it's really I mean, you talked to me before. I'm a very talkative person, and I
Mm-hmm.
can, at times when there's times when I do get very quiet and distant, and a lot of those times is either I'm thinking very hard, or I'm visioning what I'm about to do, and before every show, like I really just don't speak. I just listen to music very loud, and I really visualize how uh, I want the show to go, or how I want to do the show for whoever I'm DJing for, or whatever I'm doing. And in my eyes, it's like every show, no matter if it's for, like, even if it's like a birthday party, like Tina's 13th birthday party, it's
Yeah.
serious. I'm locked in. Like, I'm super focused on just bringing the best energy and the best I guess performance in a way. And I think I knew that show was going to be the start of like the change of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And I just really wanted to give it my all. And it's crazy too, because like I just recently told Danny this, like, so like I have like this routine before every show, because it was like something I did before, but then also Cam kind of helped me with it, because I struggle a lot from getting too anxious and anxiety, and just the need of like wanting, because I have so much energy, so I just wanted to explode before a show. And Cam kind of helped me. Well, if you're feeling that way, just find a safe space and just relax, breathe. And I was like, all right, bet. So I already listened to music before shows, but I there's two specific artists that I need to listen to before every show, and that's Enya and Phil Collins. Like I can't do a show without listening to those two. Like I need, anytime I DJ, I need to listen to them. So it's crazy because people like or probably thought I was angry, but I was listening to Phil Collins like another day in paradise. So yeah, bro, I'm super happy that you guys like got that from us, because like yeah, we it's just the art form of everything. We just wanted to always give it our all, and put ourselves in the right mind space to be able to do so. So, yeah, bro, that's tight. That's hella tight.
No, that's super tough. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad
Yeah,
you mentioned art, and we had talked about Phil Collins when we seen each
yeah,
other
we
recently.
did.
But
Yeah. Like one of
you
my
also
favorite
mentioned,
artists.
yeah, during that conversation that you look at DJing as an art form, right?
Yeah,
And how you're not someone just playing songs on a playlist, or like a playlist DJ. What did you really mean by
yeah.
that?
So DJs, I meant like DJs are artists. Like I feel like sometimes people look at DJs, and it kind of sucks, because you'll see like the Steve Aokis, you'll see the Diplos, who are incredible, and
Mm-hmm.
people view them as artists. But then you'll see like, I don't know, like myself, for example. You'll see someone like me, and you'll see people who do see me as artists, or you see someone who just sees me as a DJ, and they try to take away from the two. But I feel like that there's no two, there's just one. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like there's just a DJ is an artist, and it's just like for example, like it's like someone will come up to me and they'll be like, "Hey, can you send that list of songs you just did? Can you send that to me?" No, I can't. Like I did, there was no list that I had when I did that. I just curated that like from here, or just like from you, from the crowd, or like And it's no offense to this when I do hear it, but if like for example, this girl I went to high school with, she's like, "Oh, I have a birthday party coming, or I have a birthday coming up. I'm trying to get lit. Like I hella want to see you." No, you don't want to see me. You just want to get lit. Like you feel me? You just want to be around a actual good DJ, but you don't actually want to see me. Like you want to, twerk, twerk, go crazy, get drunk, all that shit. Versus if you want to see like a Jay-Z, you actually want to sit down, get your food, get your popcorn, and watch a show. And I feel like that art has left DJing. Like no one's looking at a DJ like that. And that's fine. I don't want anyone to just be like when they're watching me, like, but I want them to be like intentional and just pure, like whether they're like, because obviously dancing is involved, and like I don't want them staring, but I do want them to know that you're watching an artist, so respect him as such. It's just not someone who has an aux and just plays
Mm-hmm.
music off their phone. Or I'm not a jukebox DJ. Like you can't just whisper in my ear what to play and I'm just gonna like, "Oh yeah, I got you, buddy." Like, yeah, 'cause it's you. Like the only person who I'm doing that for is Russ because he, that's how his shows are. And plus, Russ looks at me as an artist, so that's why when he thanks us, he thanks the band. He never thanks anyone separately. He thanks, and he'll go down the line, and that was the first time I got felt like another artist looked at me as an artist. Like that's the first time I really like. I wouldn't say I felt like that, but another artist showed that. So that's kind of what I mean by that. It's just like DJs are artists. We're not playlist DJs, and I feel like it's about time we get shown that. And if I guess if people won't let it be known, I'm going to show that throughout my journey. I'm going to change the game with that aspect. I feel like I'm not going to be the one to change it though. Like I feel like everyone can, but I want to be known as that alongside my journey for sure.
No, 100%, 100%. And as part of art, it being an art form, it's also like you're a craftsman in that sense, right? Creating much, stuff, bro. Right?
Yeah.
So how do you really measure like progress in your craft? How do you know you're getting better?
I know I'm getting better when certain things that I did 5 years ago, I'm not doing now. If that makes sense. Like, or if like I'm growing from like I used to struggle with my counts, like counting like bars and shit. Now I understand how to do that. Sometimes I get lost in the sauce or just some stuff like that nature, or just with like I wouldn't say I struggled with it, but I had only one gear, and that was energy everywhere. But now I know how to like build up a crowd from like I know how to start slow and then build up medium and end up high. I used to start super high, and we would just be there for the rest of the night, which is dope. But it's also like no, like there's ways to like move the crowd. I learned how to do that, and that's how I've known I've gotten a lot better, is learning how to like really move the crowd and understanding when to do that and when to not. So and I'm still learning. I'm never done. Like I think that is like my honestly, bro, I think that's like my biggest talent is the willingness and love to learn. Like you'll never hear me say like you'll never hear me sound like a professional. And I don't mean it like that. Like I'm professional, but you'll never hear me sound like I don't care how big I get, bro. I don't think I'll ever be this like super I'll always want to learn. I'll always want to grow and to get better and I don't ever feel like I'll be done learning. Like I used to want to be the greatest so bad, and then I realized that's not a thing. Like like at all. Like the thing is improving and growing and making impact in your journey. As long as I'm influencing and making impact in my journey, that's what's great. And then like greatness that I'm aspiring for. Obviously you aspire for greatness, but I want to aim towards greatness. There's no way I can just be great and there's no flaws about me. So honestly, I think that's what made me a lot better, is understanding the flaws are what make you great. And honestly, you're gonna make flaws. Like take a risk, try something new. Like I played partied in the USA at the Pergola, bro. Like what? Who does that?
That's
like
going crazy.
Take a risk. Like let me see if it works and see who likes it, and things like that. So I'm just not afraid to do those things. I think that's what makes you better. That's what has made me better over the years.
Not afraid to take risks and always remembering that you're a student of the game. No matter what,
definitely
above everything. And
exactly.
Just because you have the opportunity to do something, just because someone hands you an opportunity or what maybe look like an opportunity to do something, doesn't mean you always take it. I like to say, just because you can doesn't mean you should. In this context, we were talking the other day, and you were like, "I don't take all gigs because my heart's not in everything."
Yeah.
What did you mean by that?
I pretty much meant like I used to take a lot of gigs. Like I felt like that was the way to go. Like if I'm not busy, I ain't working. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to realize that, like, my heart isn't into everything. It's impossible. There's no way your heart is in everything. Like that's not like it's human. There's some people like that, but it's not, to me. It's not genuine. Like my heart isn't in, like, for example, I don't think you'll ever see me DJ a strip club. I can't do it. Like, it's not something that I think if you do, it has to be my terms or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it, bro. Like I'm not DJing no phone party, like, with girls. And that's not what I believe in. Like, I don't care if you're paying me $50,000. I don't believe in that. Like, I
Yeah.
don't, that's not my wants, or my heart isn't in it. So if my heart's not in it, why would I do it? That's pretty much like selling your soul at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to get a lot of backlash for that because I didn't want to, quote unquote, sell my soul, and like, oh, you're being dramatic, like, it's the money's there. I'm like, yeah, the money's there, but that's money. Like, you feel me? Like this heart, my mind, that means more. Like, so if my heart's not in it, I don't want to get booked for it. Like, my heart has to, I generally have to love what you're doing and generally care about what you're doing. And it's not me being picky, but it's just me being honest. I'd rather you find another DJ who probably likes stuff like that. Like I remember the other day, or not the other day, a while back, and I feel bad for asking, but I just had to make sure. Like, this promoter, he booked me, and he's like, oh, here's our event, and his event looked amazing, looked dope, and I seen a girl on the pole, and I have no discrimination towards strippers at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I don't I don't relate to that. Like, I don't, you feel me? That's not my thing.
Yeah.
So I was just like, there's no way that I'm gonna do this. I told him, is there gonna be strippers there? He's like, no. I was like, all right, just making sure. Like, you feel me? I just want to know, because my heart's not into that. Like, it's not into that type of culture. And like I said, I have no discrimination towards strippers. It's just, if I'm DJing at a strip club, it's not about music. Like, that's
Mm-hmm.
really what I meant by that. Like, my heart is in music. Music comes first before anything. And if I'm not doing something for the music, then why am I there? Like,
Yeah.
you feel me? Like, and I've done some gigs where it's been like that. And I'm not gonna name any names, or like, but I did a gig where it was this influencer that I did it for, and I'm like, we're not here for the music. Like, we're here for. I'm not even gonna say what, because then everyone's gonna know who I'm talking about. But like, we're not here for that. And I want to be there for the music. Like opening up for Gordo, amazing dude, amazing dog, and he's there for the music.
Mm-hmm.
He's a music head, just like me. Like, those are the bookings that I want to be. Anderson Paak, there for
Mm-hmm.
the music. LaRussell, there for the music. Don Quez, there for the music. I want to be around and booking, and where the Toasted Life, Tiger, like these events, Pocha House, like Let's Play House. These are events that are there for the music. And no offense, but if they ever lose that, like, we're not there for the music, they will lose me. Like, and
Mm-hmm.
I can't be around that. Like, we need to be there for the music, because that's the most important thing. The Hands down the most important thing. Nothing gets more important than the music.
Nah, that's fire. Ain't nothing more important than the music. That's
Yeah.
tough. That's tough. So on that
Thank
same,
God.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
and God, yeah, obviously, but when it comes to the context of like I'm working for this
Yeah.
purpose in this vicinity in this capacity, yeah, we working
Yeah.
to create and push forward the culture that is music, the music that
Definitely.
you love. So on that
Definitely.
same sort of strand of thinking. You started for the Cal Bears and Sacramento Kings. Why? What do you add to that? What makes that an experience that you're like, you know what? This is what I want to do. This is DJ Kenzo.
I think what makes that so fun is like the stadium aspects, the arena aspects. There's so much energy into those sports games, and especially like, I feel like with Cal, there's definitely a connection there because I mean, with the Kings, there's definitely a connection there too. But with Cal, it's like there's a connection there because one of my own one of Stockton's greatest receivers, Lavelle Hawkins, who I used to idolize as a kid, went there, and I followed his whole journey, and then it's like circle back. Now I'm DJing for the Cal Bears. So Lavelle, if you're listening to this, you're a big part of why I wanted to jump at that opportunity. And just being around fans that generally care about sports, but like to add music to that aspect and get the players pumped up, get them geared up to get ready to pretty much go to battle is truly amazing. Because I think what's so important with that situation is like, yeah, you are in front of 20,000, 50,000 people, but you're not the main objective.
Mm-hmm.
Like like they are. So I feel like in a way you're a teammate, and I feel like that's the ultimate way to learn how to be a teammate is to DJ for a sports team because you're not the main objective. Like you're a part of it, but I find such fascination in being a string in something so big. Like it's super honorable, super. It's a blessing for sure. So, yeah, man, I feel like DJing for those guys is truly amazing, and to be a part of that is truly dope. Especially with the Sacramento Kings. I've been a Kings fan since I was like 5 years old. So, yeah, it's. I mean, we had some good times. We had some bad
Yeah,
times. But, the beam is beaming sometimes. So those are when the good times are
yeah.
out, and we love the beam, baby. You like that thing.
That's funny. That's funny. I lived in Sac from Elk Grove from 2000 and basically 18 till almost 2022. Right, so
Damn.
they're like the Kings, like they were just getting like to the point where they're
To that
almost
point.
good. You know, they're
Yeah.
like the season I moved out because hoop season starts in October. Like they were good
Yeah.
that season, that 21-22 season. That was the first season where they're like, oh, like the
Yeah.
beam almost every night. You
Just
know,
up,
and it's like,
man.
oh,
We was
I've moved.
up.
Like I lived here for 3 years. We couldn't light the beam that often. You know, brand new stadium and everything. But nah, it's tough that they're competitive now and they're doing their thing and
Super dope.
yeah, you're kind of like their 16th man, I guess. If you think of it, like they got
Yeah, I
15.
guess like it's
Yeah.
pretty dope. We have a whole roster of us there, which is really cool. Like Stage Slays, Elements,
Mm,
DJ Elements, who's actually like a really good friend of mine. Joseph One is a really good friend of mine, and DJ LG, and then there's me. So it's pretty cool to have like all five of us there. It's like I feel like this season we had a media day, and it was pretty cool to like
mm,
see all our personalities. And for me personally, I think a lot of times like you see five DJs like that in a facility like that. Everyone wants hella games, everyone wants that, this and that. Third. I'm just super grateful to be amongst some really great individuals that love this thing called music just as much as I do,
yeah.
and they love the Kings just as much as I do. So to be a part of a team, man, that's honestly it's like we're our own starting five. So and then we have our boss Daniel Spack. Man, I probably shouldn't mention his name, but this guy has prepared me to be in front of thousands more than he's ever known. Like him and my other boss Mo, um, they have geared me up for man so many things. Like I like to speak things into existence. I know one day I will DJ at Coachella. We're gonna put that on note
Yep.
right now. And honestly, DJing for the Sacramento Kings, DJing for the Cal Bears with another boss of mine, Craig Peden, they have prepared me for those moments, and I've DJed for festivals this year, and I was wondering like, why is it so like, and not to sound cocky, but why is it so
Mm,
easy? Like, why is it so fun? Like, and I think it's because I got those nerves out in those stadiums, in those arenas. So shout out to them, man, because they prepared me and it was not easy at all, like for real, especially being like the small market kid from Stockton. So it's been pretty dope. And shout out to them for real.
yeah, yeah, no, for real. And going back a little bit to something you said about music being the focus, right? So at
Yeah,
these festivals, like you said, you want to do Coachella, you want to DJ
yeah,
Coachella, right? How
yeah,
does and again going even further back, conversation we had last week, you said you're trying to tell a story through DJing. So how do you tell a
yeah.
story through DJing, especially at like a super, big venue like that where you're the focus?
That's a good question. It's like I feel like since I haven't gone there yet,
Mm,
like I wish I could answer it. I guess we'll just have to find out when I do get there. But I feel like with telling a story with DJing, it's for me, it's about like being super intentional with your mixes and with whatever song you play next. Obviously, like I said, to some extent you don't have a list, but
hmm
I feel like at a level of Coachella, a level like Camp Flognog or Lollapalooza or High Ibiza, these are places where if you're there, it's because you created music and it's went crazy. And that's my goal is to make this transition from what I did with Kenergy into more of a worldwide sound, and hitting every scale on that nature back to my culture in Africa and here too. But I feel like telling that story is like any set list of any artist. Like, when you go to Kendrick's show, Mr. Morale was like, the story for him was like, I'm in this suit with a white glove, and he told that story in that sense. Like with Drake, when he was braided hair Drake, it was like he was, once again, Drake is super game day heavy. So it's like, getting him ready for game days
Mm-hmm.
and shit like
Mm-hmm.
that. Kid Cudi, like wearing the graphic tees of like some rock band in the 70s. Like he's letting us through his childhood. I feel like in ways like, fashion is a dope way, but that's the way you really curate your set can tell a story, like how you feel and where you're going and how to go amongst that. I feel like my Coachella story is gonna be for surely, it's gonna sound like a cinematic movie, from the stuff that I listened to when I was a kid to the stuff that I created to the stuff that I grew up on. So it's gonna be like, hopefully a mixture of what they like, what I like, and what I feel like the whole world likes, if that makes sense. So it's crazy that we're even talking about Coachella right now because it hasn't happened yet, but it will. It will. It will.
Like, yeah, no, like you said, when you're headphones on, blasting Phil Collins 5 years ago, and a lot of
Yeah.
times since then, you're manifesting. You're
Yeah.
like visualizing what it is you're about to go through, but also if you look forward, you're visualizing what you want to happen. So that, like
Yeah.
you said, when you get in those settings, like I've been here before, been here 1,000
Exactly.
times before. Like,
Like I'm locked in for 30,000 when I was locked in for 30. Like I've been here before. Like, because those Coachella crowds are big, and I'm gonna need Phil Collins to the max, like for sure, to be able to knock those ones out the park. So yeah, I couldn't have explained it any better than you did just now. Well, sometimes I struggle with that. I
that.
may need you as like a translator or something like that. So,
It's all good, man. All I do is listen, and I think it'd be tough if like, and it'll probably happen. You probably throw some Phil Collins in that set, and like,
bro, that's the
you
goal,
know,
bro. Hopefully he's there. Honestly,
Woo!
like that's one of my mom's favorites, like Lionel Richie. My dad was a big fan of Prince, so like I didn't listen to the ordinary, but I don't think I started listening to hip hop till I was like 8 or 9 years old. Like I was
Mm,
listening to like African music a lot, like a lot of African music. Fela Kuti, Bunny Mac, Brenda Fassi. Um, I can't even pronounce bro's name, but he's a Sierra Leone artist.
mm,
He had a song called Moyamba. I used to listen to that song like all the time. I had this song in my head. I didn't know what it was as a kid, but I called it the Banana Song. I gotta ask my mom who was the actual artist, but yeah, bro, it was. I used to listen to African music strictly, and then and reggae music and dance hall, and as I got older, my mom was like, I'd seen what she was listening to, Phil Collins, like and stuff like that, and then I started falling in love with like Enya, um, Shakespeare, for some odd reason. I don't know why I like Shakespeare. Um, who else? It was just like a lot of but I can't even think of the no, what's his name? It's not Mario Pelletelli, that's a soccer player. When it comes to my mind, I'll let you know. But like I listen to all those like unique artists in a way. Like Prince, I used to listen to him a lot. And then
mm.
eventually I started getting into like hip hop and stuff like that, like Nas and all those guys in Pac and stuff. But yeah, Michael Jackson was like one of my favorites too. But
Okay, obviously to go, obviously.
yeah,
Um,
MJ,
yeah.
out of rock with the goat.
You strike me as a man who moves a lot by faith and love.
Yeah,
Both
definitely.
both of those can kind of be seen as necessary ingredients for community. How do
Yeah.
you feel like you fuel your community through your art?
Um, I feel like honestly, just me, just being a super critical person myself. I feel like I can do more for my community for sure. But just walking the streets of Stockton and sometimes when people will let me know about how I've influenced them or how I impacted them, I would like to say I fuel my community with energy. Like I feel like Stockton is a very energetic place already,
Mm,
but I feel like the energy that they give is energy I try to give back. And even if it's negative, I try to give them back energy with love. And honestly, like, yeah. Yeah, it's such a tough question to answer, bro. But
No,
it's a really good question though. It's
yeah.
a really good question just because I'm just of awe of the fact that my community has done so much for me, so like I owe them a lot.
Mm,
So like what I've done for them is kind of little to none what they've done for me. If
mm.
that makes sense.
I
Yeah.
get you. I get you. I think, yeah, like even though you might not be conscious of it, like I think the
Yeah.
impact that again you have just by your consistency, your constant effort, your energy, right? It's
Yeah.
just like there are people, and a lot of times it's hard in our day and age because even though we have like the most means to distribute exactly what we're doing through the internet and through social media, like it's also the love looks different. Like the amount of
Yeah.
support looks different because people are conscious of the fact that if I show love to this individual, it's not in a private manner, it's in a public manner. Right.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I think even if people don't say anything, they're watching and they're taking notes.
Thank you, bro. And I definitely know that people are watching in a sense, like, and people do show me. I'm just really bad at, like, not bad at receiving
Yeah.
it. Like, I'm good at receiving it. Like, I say thank you and all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but I just am so awe of it
Yeah.
in a sense because I'm like, you don't know what you did for me, and it's like crazy. Like a stranger, like I was at the mall, bro, and it's like I know people don't go to the mall no more, but I go to the mall because the mall's cool to me still.
Fuck
I don't
that.
know
Yeah.
about y'all. I like the mall because I
I
can
fuck
get
with
shit
them
right
all.
there. You feel? I fuck with the mall. So I went to the mall and like I remember one time my mom was telling me this. She's like, "Hey, I feel like you may need to stop going to the mall because like you're becoming like really like big in a sense,
Mm-hmm.
like to the public eye." And I see when Russ when he's out in Vallejo, like all the love he gets, and sometimes it's very a lot. And I'm just like I'm oblivious to my shit, so I'm like I'm nothing like that. But then I go to the mall and I'm like, it's a little different. Like sometimes people do stare, they'll look at me for a while and just be like, I'll be like,
Yeah. Gotcha.
like yeah, whatever you think I am, I don't know, but yeah, I think I'm him. Like yeah,
Yeah.
not I think I
Yeah.
am, I know I'm him.
Yeah. I know
But I'm
I'm
like
here.
yeah, I'm him. And then like, but I was at the mall, bro, and this kid and his son, not this kid and his son, this son and his, no fuck, this father and his kid. Excuse my language, but
Nah,
they
you're
came
good.
up to
Yeah.
me and they were like, "You're DJ Kenzo." I'm like, I mean, my real name is Kenova, but yeah, I am DJ
Uh-huh.
Kenzo. How you doing? Say, bro, you don't understand. Like, my son wants to be like you when he grows up. And bro, I kid you not, bro. Right then and then, like I think, like I started tearing up. Like I couldn't. And they were like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Your son helped my dream come true." And he was just like, he was so confused. And I had to explain to him, like, we had a heart to heart moment. I'm like, my dream was to grow so big out of Stockton that eventually I influence young kids to be like me, or to not even to be like me, but to be better than me. And to like, I want kids from the city to be like, man, he's cool, he's great. I want to do that when I grow up. Like, I want to give them purpose, or help them find their purpose. Because I can't give anyone purpose.
Yeah.
I'm not God. So I want to help them find their purpose because that's what someone did for me. And the fact that he told me that, in real time, I was like, yeah, I got emotional. I was like, bro, like you helped, you just helped my dream come true. Like, I'm living it, but you helped it come true. Like you don't know what you just did. Like, and yeah, I mean, you know me, I'm a very intentional person. So I'm going to let you know exactly how I feel in that moment. And he was like, man, I honestly just wanted to walk up and tell you what you're doing is amazing. It's influenced my son. I didn't know that was going to be such a big deal for you. And it's like we need more of that because like there's a lot of famous people out there that they would just be like thank you and they'll keep it moving. But you sharing that and even taking a picture of my son that means a lot. And I'm like, I'm famous. like, but like, obviously, I think fame is a state of mind. Like, I feel like we're all famous to some extent. To me, if more than five people know you, then you are famous. Like
Mm.
in my point of view. So, yeah, bro, I was super just of all of that. So, I think still to this day, like I'm not saying I'm getting used to it. Like I know I'm one of the greatest, I guess, creatives to come out of the city. I definitely am honored by that. That GOAT word kind of freaks me out, but the the creativeness of what Stockton is, I definitely do like to be. I would like to be on that Mount Rushmore one day. I feel like I am, but I would like to be on the Mount Rushmore one day. And it's just super honored. I'm super honored to even be mentioned with some of the greats, because I feel like I'm definitely a different Stocktonian than any other Stockton individual who's gotten bigger platforms. I think, me and Don relate a lot, but the to the other guys who are going crazy off, in our city, their platform's a little different than mine, and it's no knock to theirs, but it's just a lot different. So it's pretty cool that when you come to our city, you get to see different sounds, different people, and different views of the city. Yeah, it's still kind of dope to be considered in those names with those guys for sure.
Yeah. No, that's super tough. That's super tough. And I think, like you said, like just the just being yourself and having those dreams and constantly
Yeah,
inspiring people with your energy, like you're on your way to changing the way people look at people from Stockton.
yeah.
Because
Hopefully, helping change the world.
hey,
Yeah, helping
steps to
change the world.
greatness. Steps to
Yeah,
greatness.
bro.
You say you prefer DJing now rather than pre-COVID times. What do you think has changed, and what do you like about DJing now?
Um, I feel like, and it's a no to my club owners and promoters. I'm so sorry to say this, but I feel like you can't just see a DJ at a club anymore. It's like DJing is pretty cool to where like now like you can pop up at a coffee shop and people can pull up and come through. And I feel like my dream of wanting DJs to be seen as artists, or not even saying that, because I feel like DJs are seen as artists, but just not in our region as much.
Mm,
I feel like now it can be seen like that because of the platform that's been able to create, that has been created by so many great platforms before us, like Boiler Room. Fred again has done amazing with that. Diplo has done amazing with that. Um, Culture, which is another dope platform. Noise Complaints, which is a local platform.
yeah.
They've been doing a good job with that. I feel like now you don't tradition. You can pull up to a friend's apartment and have a DJ go crazy, and don't feel like you need to deal with the anxieties or pressure of a club. And me personally, like, do I DJ at clubs? Yes. I'm gonna be honest with you. Do I like it? No. like, not saying I don't like it to that. I love DJing. I love
Yeah.
music, but and to some extent, I don't like some clubs. Like, I'm not gonna say I don't like it in all, because I don't want God to take it away from me. But
Yeah.
I rather be in festivals or concerts and
Yeah.
in spaces where the art is seen. I don't want to be dealing with drunk Patty or Lavelle. Like, I don't want to be dealing with
Yeah.
drunk people. I
Can you
want to be
play my
dealing
song?
with
Can you play my
you play
song?
my song, or just like it's my birthday,
uh,
bitch. Like, I don't want to be dealing with that. Like,
yeah.
or like old boy with the big old chain in the fucking booth, or not
Hmm.
in the booth, but in the section
The
going,
VIP. Yeah.
yup, and then you have another dude looking at that, envious of that. It's just like, I don't want to be dealing with that. That's not a space of love. Like, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, and then there's little old me who doesn't drink. I don't bring women home. I just give them high fives, or like, I have my fiance. I love her to
Hmm.
death. That's the woman I'm going home to. So it's like, I don't do drugs. I'm not the typical, and no offense to all the other
Yeah.
DJs that do this, but I'm not like the typical ideal of what, and there's a lot of us out there like that
Hmm.
who aren't like typical, like, ideal of what. I feel like DJs get bad looks of just like, oh, DJs do this, DJs do that. Like that TikTok video, like the guy going, oh, my people out there, how you guys doing? Like, those type of, we're not that. Like, we're not that. So like, you here have me, a guy who just wants to like spin music and have people just fall in love with music, but they're not there for that, bro. Some of them aren't there for that. They're there because they're just broke up with their girl, and they try. But
Hmm.
but then again, I also understand that if I can have you just forget your problems for 5 or 30 minutes, I did my job to some extent. So
Yeah.
that I do enjoy about the club. But the culture of it is, I don't know. I think it's way different. or maybe it's always been like that. I don't know, but I think it's way different. That's why I'm happy where it's at now, because now you don't always have to go to a club, or some places clubs are transitioning away from that the norm.
Yeah.
Like um to my friends in SAC, the lore guys, they have been doing a great job of creating this platform of the appreciation of music, and creating and giving people that space to go. If I wasn't a DJ, and I still go to these events, but if I wasn't a DJ, I would be going. Like, like I would still be going. And I feel like that's just a testament to their love and attention to detail for that. So I want to create more spaces like that. And I feel like you can't do that in the clubs. So damn, what was your question again?
I know. I think you answered it and then some. I asked you like, why do you prefer DJing now compared to like
Oh yeah,
pre 2020 or COVID? But
yeah. I just feel like more people are creating spaces like Allure now than they did then, which is really, really cool.
100%.
I think sometimes it can be hard because we do have the DJs of like 20 plus years, and we have this young DJ who's been DJing for 2, but they get it here and they're like, fuck the clubs. If I can't get in the clubs, I'm about to just create this platform and go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then they create that platform, but they're not there yet. But I love it because they get there. They get to grow. Versus back then when it's just like, bro, I tell DJs this all the time. Some of these young DJs would not last in 2019. And I'm not saying that as a knock, but it's just the shit that they were doing in 2019. The hazing. You had to sell tickets just to get a high fucking slot. What the fuck? Like, what is that? Like, if you're good, you're good. Like, but that's where we were then. So that's why I like where we're at now, because I feel like the development, and I feel like there's no more that DJ hazing. There's no more that looking down on DJs. Like, yeah, it does suck that a 2-year DJ is getting more love than a 15-year-old DJ. But then again, I love the fact that that 2-year-old DJ is their mindset and their growth. They're going to develop way faster. They're going to grow. Mm-hmm. That's what we want, right? We want the culture to move forward. So it's like, instead of knocking him and being like, oh, you didn't go through what we went through, like, help fucking plant the seed, help water the seed. Like, I tell them that because I tell them to be grateful. Like the shit that we went through in 2019, you won't ever have to go through that, which is cool, because you wouldn't survive it if you were to, but it's cool that you don't have to go through it. But I tell them that because I want them to appreciate where they're at now and appreciate the time that we're in. Versus some DJs, they say that and they're like, we should have them go through that shit again. No, nobody. The shit that they had us go through in 2018 and 2019 should be on some illegal shit, really, bro. That's some of the shit that they had us doing back then was kind of, I mean, it's not that crazy. I'm being a little dramatic. Nah, it was crazy.
Stand on it, yeah.
It was crazy. It was crazy. Some of it, it's not crazy to the point where someone should get locked up like Diddy, but it was crazy. It was wild. It was like, no artist or DJ should be having to do that to DJ. That makes no sense. Like, so that's why I'm happy with where we're at, because I feel like people's minds opened a little bit more when COVID happened. Like I don't really rock with the cancel culture, but I think the cancel culture actually did something in the DJ community to the point where now we don't have to deal with that shit no more. Yeah. So like that we had to deal with in 2019. They got canceled. So that's pretty cool.
Nah, yeah, I think you alluded to the fact that kind of when like shit hits the fan, like people have to be creative. Like when there are blocks placed in your way, people have to get creative. And like the DJ community was like, I still got a love for all this, even though, because obviously clubs and places of like, high social value shut down for a period of time. It's like, I still want to DJ. And, if I'm a full-time DJ, I still got to make money DJing. So how do I do that? And then you get these creative spaces, right? And I think it's a good transition into kind of the next topic we're talking about, because I don't think anybody does, I'm going to take this and make it a creative space as well as LaRussell does, right? So when I pulled up to the pergola one day in August with Danny, And I turned my back and I saw DJ Kenzo spinning behind me. I was like, oh, word. Look at my boy up there. That was
That's
crazy.
crazy.
So I wanted to
Yeah.
ask you, how did this start? How did you start DJing for LaRussell?
So it started in 2019 when was it 19 or 18? Either I just graduated college and we had a show that we got booked for. I was DJing for C5. I still DJ for C5.
Okay.
Still my guy. Still DJing for Don Quez. Those are my guys. Whenever they need me, I'm here.
Family.
But I was DJing for C5, and a guy named Miles was throwing this show in Oakland. Forgot where we were at, but he booked the lineup. I gotta look at the flyer. Is in my phone somewhere, bro. I gotta find that shit. That shit's hella tight. But yeah, he booked me, C5, and Toda at the time. And yeah, bro, that's when we met. And when we met, it was like a Spider-Man meme. Like I was like, energy, energy. And it was just like we were turned up, bro. We was geeked up. And I think what was so dope about him at that time was how authentic he was. Bro, he was such an energy. Like I couldn't stop like fucking with his shit. Cause I had a DJ, I think I had a DJ everyone's set. I think I did. And so he sent me his music. But I probably still have it. I gotta find this. I mean, ooh, I should do that. I should look up Toda on my laptop and see what we find. It's gotta be on there. Or it's under something else. It's got to be. Oh no, it may be on my old laptop. Damn. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. But anyways, when he was performing, I was just like, damn, bro, this dude is dope. And not only is he dope, he's just, I think something he does a really good job of, even at that time when he was 2019 LaRussell, grabbing the attention of everyone in the room, not forcing it, but literally grabbing it in a sense of, yeah, you can talk there, but I'm gonna rap. Like, you know, like, yeah, they can use auto-tune, they can do this, but I'm going to rap. He is an artiste and he's real hip hop. Even then. And honestly, bro, I was like, this dude is big. Like, obviously, I wouldn't say I knew that it would get like this, because I don't want to be that guy that just, oh, I knew. Like, you never know, like, how big someone's going to get there. I knew he was going to be big, though. I was like, there's a chance that he can be really, really big for sure. Or I can see him grow alongside a C5 or a Don Quez. Or just grow in general. But the way he blew up the way he did, only he knew that was going to happen. Like, it was incredible. Like, I feel like everyone sees it, everyone has an idea. But no one knew that, like, it would be to this magnitude. Like we all had an idea this could happen one day for him because he was great. And that's how it went. We exchanged numbers. We kept in touch. And he had reached out to me around this time, right before COVID, because life started lifing. We wanted to do a show in Stockton. And I was like, we don't really have a lot here, like, to do. Like, but I wanted to make it happen. But at the same time, too, I told him this recently, and I'm so happy I was able to tell him this, because I always wanted him to know that I was always fucking with him, but I just wasn't always fucking with me, if that makes sense. I say that with all due respect to myself.
Yeah.
But I wasn't ready. I don't think I was ready. I probably was, but mentally I wasn't ready. Like, I wasn't ready to DJ for the likes of LaRussell then. I wasn't in love with I wasn't in love with myself. I wasn't in love with what I did. Not saying I was in love with what I did, but I just wasn't in love with me as a DJ.
Yeah.
I was in love with, like, Miles Medina, Che Espinosa, like Dage, Jazzy Jeff. Like, I watch them sometimes more than I watch myself, and it's like, you can't do that. You have to be your biggest fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be your biggest fan. Like, you have to be your first like on your Instagram. Why else would anyone like it? You know, like, if you don't even like it.
Yeah.
So I just wasn't there yet. I wasn't in love with what I did. So I felt there's no way I could do a show out here with you because I don't think I'm ready to even do that. How am I gonna bring people out? I don't want to embarrass myself.
Mm,
Like oh, we got LaRussell in Stockton and then I don't bring nobody out,
mm,
Like not saying he wouldn't, of course he
yeah.
would, but I don't think it would have been an even show at that time. I don't think I would have been able to build that for him.
Mm,
And but still he still just kept in touch. He still was a really great person to be around. Like he could have took that any other way. He could have been like, man, fuck this nigga. Like, but he not fucking with me or like he too much in his head, which I was.
mm,
But he was still so cool about it, bro. He was still genuine. And then when shit was taking off, bro, I was so happy to be that guy on the sidelines, just like, dog, this is dope, bro.
mm,
I was so happy for him, Swaggy, Simon. It was so beautiful to watch. Like I was just like excited. He had a show at UOP, which is college in Stockton. I
mm,
went and I was there, bro. And then I remember seeing him. All I hear is Kenzo. Like he was super happy to see me, bro.
yeah.
It was dope. Like hugged me and everything. It was super genuine conversation. And I think my friends at the time were like, "What the fuck?" And I was just like, "Yeah, bro, this has been a thing." So I think when it happened, a lot of people were like, "What the fuck? How did
Mm,
that happen?" But this has been in the works since 2019. I feel like I've been meant to be a DJ since then. I don't think I was ready, and then I think God got to that point where like He was like, "It's time."
yeah.
And I think I was already doing so many crazy things this year. I knew something great was gonna happen. And then Russ, was talking to my cousin Chris Cisse about it, and I was just like, he's like, bro, you go be LaRussell's DJ one day. And I remember when he first said, I was like, I don't think I'm ready, bro. And like,
Mm,
I think I need to do more before that even happens. There's no way I'm ready for that. Like, and in that year when he told me, I was just kind of being humble about it. Like, it'll happen if it happens. Like, he got Swaggy. So
yeah.
there's, at the end of the day, Swaggy's an amazing DJ. Like, if he wants to bring me into that formula, I would be honored. But, he has an amazing DJ already. So when he hit me, Kenzo, so he didn't even say it's time. He wanted me to come to the compound first
Mm,
to have a meeting with him. So I went to the compound. I think we went out to eat, and then we came back for his podcast, and I was on the podcast. I gotta see if that episode's even
that
out.
free
But I
game.
haven't even watched it. Yeah,
Yeah.
pregame Fridays. Do you don't miss out? I haven't seen it. I don't
I
think
don't
it's
know
on.
if I've seen that one. I've seen a lot of other
Yeah,
ones recently. I don't know if I've seen that one.
I gotta talk to him about that if it
Yeah.
ever is coming out. But I was on there with another videographer. So and honestly, I was just so nervous out, and maybe that's why it's not coming out. That I was so nervous. I didn't know how to answer some of the questions, and I don't think I was really giving much free game.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's what I feel like. I don't think I was giving any game at all. I was just kind of just happy to be there and
Hey,
I was giving the very happy to be there answers.
happy game.
Happy game.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have met, and then that was it. I left feeling really good, and my fiance asked me like, how'd you feel? I'm like, I felt great. You think anything's gonna come out of it? I really don't care. I just feel great. I feel good to know that I got to go over to the compound and talk to my guy.
Yeah.
So just was doing things I was always doing them, and I had this bender ass weekend coming up, and Russ hits me going, Kenzo, it's time. I was like, oh shit, let's fucking go.
Yep.
And I remember I think I took some time. I maybe replied right away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I did. I think I did reply right away. And I was like, I don't know what I said. I gotta look. I think I said like, let's go back or something. And he goes, LA, 2 days. I need you. Like, we doing a show out in LA. And at first I answered like, oh, like I can only do one. I had this event the day before, and he was just like, man, I need you for both. I was like, I'm gonna make it happen,
Yep.
bro. I'm gonna make it happen. So I remember so that happened, and I was just like, oh, I got you, bro. I'm gonna let you know, like I'm doing both shows. Like, and I was like, actually, I'm not even gonna let you know. I'm just gonna do both shows.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I got down and I prayed for a while. I think I prayed for like 30 minutes. I prayed, I went for a run, and then I hit up the promoter that was the Saturday gig, and I told him, bro, there's no way I can do this. Like this show in Modesto, that I can't do it. Like I have to go to LA to DJ for LaRussell. And I had already flaked on him to DJ in the Philippines. I had a Philippines tour, but then I remember something that my friend Kia told me, like, you know, basically you're not local, you're global. So it's like, yeah, you can be that guy who's committed to all these local gigs and be, you know, super loyal to that, but I would take it.
Yeah.
And when she said that, I was like, yeah, I was like, hell no, bro, I'm gonna go crazy. Like, you feel me? Like, she's right. So I was like, you know, at first time I said no. So the second time I hit him up again, and then he was mad. I mean, he wasn't mad, but he just, the way he texted me was very much so like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna name bro's name, but
Passive
like,
aggressive, type energy.
yeah, just like, he's like, don't worry, bro, I'm done trying. I'm like, I was like, all right, yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. I'd be mad too. If I was you, I wouldn't like me either.
Yeah, I'd be mad too. If I lost out on the DJ Kenzo, yeah, I'll be pretty mad too. So I respected it, you know, because like, I mean, not to be cocky, but why wouldn't you be mad? It's me. Like, you know, so I get it. I got it. And I was like, it's totally understandable, but I'm still gonna get in this whip. I'm still gonna go to LA. So the crazy thing about it, bro, is like, I was DJing in Sacramento that night. So I was like, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to basically DJ tonight, get in my car and drive to LA. Like, so I think, I don't know what time my set was, but I think I got done at midnight. And the owner of Poacher House, Dan, he was super cool. He got to talk to me before it. Because I didn't really tell anybody, because I didn't want no one to talk me out of it. Because I was like I told my fiance that was the only person, but I didn't want anyone talking me out of it because I didn't want anyone to be like, bro, you sure you should do that? I didn't want to hear that shit because, I felt like I was going by faith at this point. So I was talking to him and I told him, and he was just like, damn, bro. He's like, bro, be safe. He's like, I truly, he basically said, like, I truly am, like, you know, what you're doing is honorable. Like, it's dope. And I think he just told me, like, bro, that's big. This is big. He's like, you're about to be famous when you come back. I was like, and I had no idea what the fuck that meant, but he was not lying. Like, as far as, like, the big aspect. Like, like I drove off of a yerba and some wings and was driving in the middle of the night, dog, just driving. And I finally got tired. I got to a gas station. I think we had to be there at like 10 o'clock. So it takes 6 hours to get there. So I was like, all I need to do is go to someone's house and take a shower and go straight there. So I told my homie C5, like, I don't know what time I'm finna get there, but if I can spend a night at your house and get a couple hours of sleep and then go, that'll be great. So I couldn't make it all the way because I was getting kind of sleepy. So I was like, I'm just gonna take this nap here and then wake up and then go to C5's house in the morning. And usually, I don't know, when things like that happen, not bad stuff happens, but like if it's forced, it's not gonna happen. But everything was going right, bro. Everything was going right. I didn't have to click my skip on shuffle one time.
Oh, you're just getting hits. Shit.
Just getting hits on hits. Hits on hits. I go to a gas station. It looked kind of sketchy. I slept and my alarm woke me up. I woke up instantly. Got on the freeway, got back, drove, got to LA. Usually, you know, it's pretty early, so usually the homie's not picking up the phone, but C5 picked up right away. I took a shower. He was like, hey, bro, I'll give you a ride. You can park the car in the garage. Gave me a ride, dropped me off. I get inside. They're already starting. I hear the warmest welcome. Kenzo! And the rest was history. 2 days, bro. 2 days changed my fucking life. 2 days in LA changed my life forever. That first show, the rehearsal was out the roof. And that second show is what everyone's seen where he sent me those flowers.
Yeah.
And yeah, bro. 2 days. I'm gonna make a song called 2 Days in LA,
Yeah,
bro.
Raj got that couple months in LA. Rex like Raj, you're gonna
Yeah,
be Kenzo a couple days in LA.
couple of days in LA, bro. And that's how that came, bro. That's how that came into play. Like, and then Russ put me to the side and just let me know. Like, I remember, just me being myself. I went to him and T. I was like, did I pass the test?
That's Kenzo.
It was funny because I knew I knocked that shit out the park, but I just had to ask, like, just to make sure. But Russ was like, I think he was drinking some tea. He's like, nigga, what? Like, did you? And it was cool because he texted me after, just like, he sent me the schedule after that, and I've been locked in since. So, yeah, bro, I would like to say, yeah, I'm the guy with him now, so.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Thanks,
And yeah, no, congratulations. I know you
Thanks,
heard it,
dog.
but congratulations from me to you.
Thanks, dog.
I think
I appreciate
yeah, I think it makes off the bat the first thing I think of is something that you alluded to real early. Is just the energy that both you guys share. Like you're just always on like a 9 or a 10. Like if you get down to an 8, I'm like, oh, something might be wrong with Kenzo, you know? But you're just up there. You're just up there. And him,
Yeah.
he goes to like a 12 and he'll simmer down to like a 5 and then he'll whisper rap at like a 6 and then he'll go back up to a 15 and then he'll go everywhere. But I know you guys share that like that high gear. You guys ever get each other riled up and like you guys feed off each other energy sometime?
Definitely. He's a rocket ship for sure. He's a rocket ship. Like that's the best way to describe him, bro.
Yep.
He's a rocket ship that continues to take off to different planets. Like, and yeah, we get riled up. Like, I mean, one time he told me, like, he's like, sometimes I'll be you be getting me so hyped that I can hear you going, because before a set I warm up the crowd. There's sometimes when he wants to come out earlier because he just can't contain the energy no more. And I think that's such a dope compliment to hear, like, from him. And there's sometimes when I hear him rapping and I forget that there's a crowd that we're rapping in front of, I'll just be like, ugh. Like, bro, when he does King Kong, I want to punch him. Bro, he should just perform King Kong for a football team before they have to go out and play another team. The coach won't even have to say anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, he makes me want to run through a wall when he plays when he do King Kong. So it's like, and then there's Simon, and then there's Clado, and then there's Michael Prince, and then there's maybe forgetting somebody else.
Yeah, Jimmy on the flute.
Jimmy on the flute. All those guys get me amped up already. And then there's LaRussell, and then there's T, and there's Splash and Malachi. It's like a whole energy bowl. And he's the light. You feel me? Like it's crazy. Like and just the fact that like I'm a part of that and I get to help. It's so needed. It's warms me up. Like as soon as I got on the team, there's sometimes when I just go, but there's sometimes when I'm like, okay, today I'm a teammate. Ain't no superstar shit today. Like, yeah, you can be a superstar within the team, but this is San Antonio Spurs, dog. Sometimes you gotta be Bruce Bowen. Sometimes you gotta be Manu Ginobili. But that nigga's Tim Duncan.
We know who he
is. But like, and I love that. I love that. But yeah, I feed off his energy so much, for real.
Nah, that's super tough. And again, like, congratulations. I was like amazed. I looked back up there and I looked at Danny. I was like, I was like, this man got slotted in. Yo, he's about to. I already know what he's on, and I already know what he's on. It's like I knew we were in for a show. Like it was instant. I was like, oh yeah, this is like a match made in heaven. It's like you see somebody from across, like that Spider-Man meme you was talking about. I was like, oh yeah, like this is about to be. And I hate this because everybody uses this like analogy and metaphor, like the Shaq and Kobe, but like I could just see it. I can see it. So I was like, oh okay. Like I know you again. You say your guys. You got C5. You got Don. You got everybody who you like grew up and came up with, and like you still got love. But like I was like, this is at this point. I was like, you guys are both like the way you guys just take the love and like the respect and the vision you guys have for your crafts. I was like, oh, this is about to be some shit.
Definitely a match made in heaven.
Yeah,
like not on some like I want to marry him type shit. But it's
You ready to
definitely
tie the
like,
knot now? Yeah.
don't show the fiance.
Yeah.
It's
So you about to be like, man, nah.
it's definitely like it's perfect. Like everyone said it before, like, bro, it only like no one was like it. I think sometimes you'll see something, you'll be like, that,
I don't know about that move. Yeah.
yeah, like that's crazy, that's good, but DJing for LaRussell is yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I feel like DJing for any other big artist like that, like if it didn't make sense, it would be tough, you
Yeah.
know. It's never we still I mean he may not want me to tell people this, but like we we went months without actually rehearsing. I don't even think we had a rehearsal recently, but there was just one.
Yeah.
It's been me and him going stupid, and Simon and everyone else is feeding off of them. So it's like I'm really learning
Yeah.
every show as I go, and these shows are big. It's not like we're learning like on some like I don't know like doing a Kinsey or doing like
No.
no, we're learning at Wild and Out. We're learning in the Pergola. We're learning at sold out shows
Mm-hmm.
across. We're learning on the end of
Parades,
G
festivals,
parades,
like.
festivals. Like I'm like, God damn, this
Mm-hmm.
is. And it's like I remember talking to Swaggy because Swaggy was just like, oh yeah, like this is something we used to. Da, 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 da. I'm like, bro, I'm still learning how to do this shit.
It's only my third show out
Yeah,
here.
it's
Like,
only my third time out here. It's only my third. Like, and so I was just like, damn. And I feel like too, like I don't care how big I get, I think I will always have that feeling of like I'll never feel like it's just another day in the neighborhood. Not
yeah.
saying those guys feel like that, but like those guys are very used. And who knows, maybe I will get to that point. But those guys have done it so much that they like, but I don't know, maybe I just don't think I will ever get there of like I will always be of awe. And I see it in well, Simon has done all of Russ's shows. Simon is still of like awe very much so when he does something. Like, and it's so beautiful to see. Like Michael Prince, all these guys are all like obviously when it's go time we know what we're doing, but like it's just I told Swaggy, bro, I will always be of awe. Like I did a tour in the Philippines
Mm-hmm.
and I came back home and I'm still of awe of everything else. So I don't think I will never not be of awe. Always. I will always be of awe. I think it's so cool.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. And I think you brought up Simon, you brought up Play-Doh, like crazy musicians, producers,
Crazy.
keyboard,
True
pianists in their own right, right?
Yeah.
And they threw a GC brunch, LaRussell, at Momo's, and basically pay what you want, any amount. You can get a buffet of plates, however many plates you want, and as long as
That's
you paid,
tight.
right? And then they did a show after. He was like, man, I found this dude from the city, Vallejo. His name is Hokage Simon. We're gonna do this set, right? And I think this might have been their first show together. And he was like, we're just gonna like he can just learn shit off ear and just play beats. And I was like, I've never seen it before happen, and this is the first time they've done it together. So I was like, okay, like, yeah, I was like, this might be something. And then like they did it, and I was just like, oh, so Swaggy would play the first half of the song, and then Simon would tune his keyboard and be like, okay, I got it. And then Russ would run it back, and it would just be Simon. And this is before like, the rest of the band, it was just Simon. But I was like, oh, Simon and Swaggy. And I was like, oh, like they got like a formula here. So I was like, I gotta ask, like, how is it just vibing with that like give and take, and like, okay, like now it's time for me to like back up a little bit and give it to the rest of the band. And okay, no, Russ is about to just go crazy. I don't know what he's about to do, but I gotta catch up sometimes and like talk to everybody. How does that dance go, man?
So first and foremost, I'm gonna give my flowers to Swaggy on it because Swaggy really laid down the blueprint on how to do that, bro. It's how great of a ear you have to be able to go from your shit to someone else's. Bro, Swaggy B, bro, is an amazing DJ, bro. Like I think he's an amazing person too.
Yeah, shout out to
But
Swaggy.
I think he really laid the blueprint on how to do that. I just learned from him. I just watched him enough and learned from him. And then now I'm gonna give my flowers to Simon, like Okage Simon. It's just that fool's the quarterback. We're the receivers. You know what I'm saying? That's how the best to explain it. Like, yeah, we're giving him the lob, but he's technically giving us the lob. Like, you know, like it's super fun working with him. And honestly, I try to be an instrument to what he's doing. Like, we're all going off him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Russ was always says like, hey, y'all go off Simon. Simon's the quarterback. So that's how usually I try to go about things now. It's just when I'm with him, understanding that he's the quarterback. And it's so cool, like, because he's such a talented individual, bro. He's so talented. He's crazy. Excuse me. It's like working with the Neptunes in one person. You know
That's a
what I'm
hell of a
saying?
compliment.
He's Chad, Hugo, and Pharrell in one person. He's both of them. He doesn't need another Simon. He's him.
He's him.
So it's so cool. Like, for me, it makes me a better DJ. And it's made me better into creating my own shit. And that's just the art of Russ. I never seen it done like that before. And bro, like I said, Simon's a quarterback, bro. He's so blessed. He's amazingly blessed, but he's amazingly worked his ass off to get there, bro. Amazingly deserving. And now we're seeing him go crazy in his own way and his own stuff. And I can't wait for the world to see it on the level of Hokage Simon headlining Civic Center. I can't wait for that, bro. That's going to happen. And we have these conversations, being able to be on the phone with him and being able to be his friend is so cool. Cause I've always been on the outside looking into him. And I feel like I was Russ's friend before, but being able to be Simon's friend and not just a fan is super dope. So, just to let him know every time how much I appreciate him and appreciate his artwork is super cool.
No, yeah, that's tough. I mean, curated for self-worth project that he dropped this year, amazing, and like
amazing, bro.
And people don't know because obviously probably they see him as like the band leader, Russ's keyboard player, or whatever they see him as, but like him in his own right as a producer, as a rapper, as a singer, like. Amazing.
He's an artist.
He's an artist. Yeah. There's no better way to put it. He's
an artist, and I think that's kind of the same respect that we want as DJs. Is like, yeah, we DJ for this person, DJ for that person, but you want to be seen as an artist. Like, you want to be like seen in your own light. And I think Russ does a good job of lobbing that up to his teammates and to his guys and say, all right, you're doing this for me. What can I do for you? Yeah. Sometimes a lot of artists ain't doing that. It's just like. Oh, you're doing this bet. They're not speaking life or feeding life into the band members. And Russ does a good job of that. Like he definitely does a good job of, and everyone on the team does a good job of that. It's just a real networking aspect of that. And I think with Simon, bro, Simon's just like really just amazing at like doing what he does for us. But now whenever it's his turn, everyone's gonna be there to do shit for him because he's been of service for so many people. It's only right. So I'm excited for that fool, bro. I can't wait, like, for him to throw his first headline show in the B. That's where he's from. Not gonna tell y'all if that's actually happening. I don't
know. It's on the horizon. It's inevitable.
Yeah, we're gonna speak it into existence for sure. And I just can't wait for him to be able to headline. I can't wait for Russ to be able to headline Fox and Civic and all those other places. But I think Simon is gonna follow right behind. It's super dope to see, bro. I'm excited for him. He's an amazing talent, like such an amazing talent. It's the same energy he gives, you get that from him. Yeah. He's an amazing person too, so it just makes it even more cooler.
Yeah, we gotta talk about the Trunk Chronicles.
Yes.
Super tough. My first thought when I saw the first one that you did, I was like, oh, this is like real hip hop. And then I go to the caption that you posted. You're like, real hip hop. And I was like, real fucking hip hop. DJ Kenzo out the trunk. And like, I think you're 3 episodes in, or maybe 3 or 4 episodes in, and you've already hit one. You've already got over 650,000 views on the one.
It's creeping up to, it's almost to 1 million.
1 million? Now. I just checked yesterday. I was like, nah, I seen this going crazy, but this is going insane now. How does it feel to like just, be able to shine a light and like show so much love and get so much love and then do all of this, out the trunk with your homies in the 29. How does this feel, man?
Feels amazing, bro. Honestly, it started in the summertime when I made a mashup, a Kendrick mashup. It actually did pretty well. Like hella people were using it on like TikTok and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it was basically a Kick Push and Not Like Us mixed together. I
Mm-hmm.
used the acapella from Not Like Us onto that, and I was in the back of the truck, like going DJing out the truck, and that was like the first of it. That was the first thing I did, and that went crazy. And then I started thinking to myself, I was like, self. Like, I was like, self, and I said, and I was like, bro, how can we make this bigger? Because yeah, we could keep doing this, like keep making mashups out the truck and call it like truck mashups or something. But how can we make this bigger than what it is? Like, bigger for, and I was like, let's open this up to people that I truly fuck with,
Mm-hmm.
like, and truly
Let's
care
tell a
about,
story. Yeah.
and tell a story with this. So that's when I created Trunk Chronicles. And I was like, dog, this is gonna be so dope. And I told my homie Phil, and I'm like, I'm gonna call it Trunk Chronicles. At first it was Truck Chronicles.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought to myself, I was like, nah, I don't want to limit ourselves to just a truck. One day we may be in the trunk of a van or
Yeah.
the trunk. I just want to be in a trunk of something. So I'm gonna call it Trunk Chronicles. There's a deeper meaning behind why it's called Trunk
Yeah.
Chronicles. I used to get bullied a lot as a kid, and one of the bully activities that someone did is they locked me in a trunk for a couple minutes, and it wasn't even. It was a while, and it sucked being back there like in a trunk. Like it's kind of honestly like it's not even like funny. It's more so like kidnapping, really.
Yeah.
Like in a sense, it could be, but me being a kid, like I didn't really think too much of it. Obviously I was mad and upset, but it was very traumatizing for me, and I'm always trying to turn my trauma into something beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't want that to be the main focus on why it is Trunk Chronicles, but that's a part of the reason why I called it that. And but also too, I just wanted to do something really cool with my friends that do videography, and I thought it'd be dope if we got in the truck and I DJ'd out of it and just, made videos in Stockton and people seeing how great the weather is and the streets. And we're hoping to go to other places in
Yeah.
the city, of course, but I just want them to know that's in Stockton. It ain't
In
nowhere
Stockton.
else. It's in Stockton. So I was like, let's open this to artists. And the first person we wanted obviously was Don Quez, but he was living in LA at the time. Still is living in LA. But we're like, we'll make it work when you come back in town. So I was like, damn, we could wait until Thanksgiving to lock the first one in, or we could just ask another 209 individual, Malachi. And
Merced's finest.
once again, you said what?
Merced's finest.
Merced's finest. And once again, this was me wanting to build this up to do it with LaRussell, of the likes of him. And I did it with Malachi, and it went crazy. We went stupid. It was amazing. We did like 3, and it was so dope. And then I told Malachi what I wanted to do. I wanted to open this up to other artists coming on. And then Malachi, he's like, bro, this is gonna go stupid. This is gonna go dumb. And like my community understood what I was doing, but then some people outside of that, I told, they didn't really understand. They were like, wait, you're not, like, next episode, you're not going to be in it? No. And it's like, why? I'm like, because it's my series. I don't need to be in it. Like let's make the room. I got to make room for the people in the truck. So
Yeah.
like I'll only be in it if I need to be. And at one point there's one vid that me and Simon did where I'm in it because there's no room in the truck. So I had to be in the trunk. So I was just like, yeah, I don't mind being in it, but like if I'm not doing anything, I don't want to be in it. But I do want this to be an open platform for artists that I truly care about and truly like to do this. And at the time, I was getting people who wanted to be on it, and this one dude was just like, "Oh, you should explain it." I'm like, I don't think it needs to be explained that much. Like, I feel like you will see what it is as we keep going on. Like, I don't know if you heard of Cadillac Chronicles. Cadillac Chronicles is pretty dope. And shout out to him for doing that. I recently seen someone in the comments going, "Oh, you copied Cadillac Chronicles," and I was like, "He's in a Cadillac and I'm in a truck. There's no copying." Like, you feel me? And then also too with Trunk Chronicles, DJing out of truck is probably been done before. It's not. It's like it's not something that's super that original.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying it's not, but it's not. Everything that's unique came from somewhere. So, but I wanted to take it on the next level in welcoming artists. Like I think that's where it gets different. Like I've seen a couple of kind of like Chronicles episodes, and it's DJs, which is dope. And he's just DJing in the Cadillac. And I feel like Trunk Chronicles is dope because we're doing shit in the truck.
Yeah.
But I think it's a space for both, and it doesn't need to be compared, especially with this early.
Yeah.
Like, just let's just enjoy both platforms for what it is, and know that you can go to both platforms for either or things. And I don't know bro's name, but man, you are doing a fabulous job, bro. An excellent job. Like for sure, job well done. But we're doing, our jobs too. And I think what's so cool about what we're doing is we're welcoming true art into that, like, and bringing that in, and I think that's really cool because I don't have I always wanted to create something where I don't have to be the face. I can just watch it grow and blossom and showcase my vision. Like I always wanted to showcase that I can direct, I can be a curator, I can do these things, and I'm not just a DJ. So I think it's pretty cool that we got one and we was able to do it, and we got some more stuff geared up, and I'm super excited for it. And it's like there's some people that are ready to do it, and I'm just letting them know, like, if you're a rapper and you come on here, you're gonna have to rap. Like we not just here to promote your song and that's it. No, this ain't that. This is some creative shit. We're gonna be sitting there. I'm either gonna chop some samples up or you gonna hop on these instrumentals and you gonna rap. And I remember one dude was just like, damn, I didn't know it was gonna be all that. I thought it was I mean to get ready. Yeah, get ready, dog, because we're not just on here to if you go promote your song, you'll have to pay us, dog, for real. And no disrespect, but you're gonna have to pay us. We want you to rap.
Yeah.
Like that's what we want you to come on here to do, not just perform a song. And if you are gonna perform a song, it's gotta be a song that I made or someone that someone made, or it's gotta be creative in some type of way, shape, or form. But we go create something out of this bitch. You have to rap.
Nah, that's super tough. And like you said, even if two people are doing things that are similar, I think what separates it is how you do it. Like you guys are two totally different creative individuals with totally two different visions, right? Like in two different communities, two different creative communities. So it's like, there's space for both. There's space for elevation for both. So I mean,
there's only one person that said it too. But,
okay, yeah.
You know how that goes.
Yeah.
Like, well, actually, a couple people did say it in my DMs, but I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's not for them to understand. And also, too, like you said, like this isn't just for rappers. This is for pianists, for violinists, like everyone. I want to welcome everyone on this show. Like you play the trombone for sure.
Shoot, we might get a podcast out the trunk now.
Really? Hey, we got some interview. So we have some interview aspect of it too. But we may need you, dog.
Hey, let me know, man. It's only a short drive.
Oh, let's do it. But I just want to open, especially DJs too, of course. But I want to open this up for creatives, like and to let them know, if you go come on here, you go have to really do some shit. You can't just like press a play and just sit. No, you go have to really create something. Like this is a platform to showcase creatives and showcase creations. So we're already showcasing your human body, which is a creation. Now we want to showcase the creative aspect. So we want to do both for sure.
Yeah. No, I think again, I don't want this interview to just be me giving you your flowers, but amazing job with all of that, man. It's beautiful to see. I think after, I thought the idea and I was like, oh, real hip hop. And I saw Dawn on there. I was like, man, bro. I was like,
real hip hop, dog.
Yeah, I was like, this takes me back like 5 years ago. It doesn't feel like that long, but like, it feels longer. Yeah,
he was going.
It was like,
we did that in one take. We did that in one take, dog. Yeah, now look, I did it in one take too. He did it in one take. That's what I'm saying. You really go have to come on here and rap. I don't care if you're reading off your phone. I don't care about none of that. You will have to come up in here and rap. And you have to do, like, bro, we're not doing 15 takes. Like,
no.
You have to
go around the block one time.
Bro, we only got gas for one trip.
We already on E, man. Get out. Yep.
Rap like we on E. So, like, it's been really dope Like Malachi having him first and then Don following, they really came on and did their thing. And Don Quez is who he is, bro. He's crazy. He's amazing,
Amazing.
bro. He's such a unique talent. And I've learned so much from him. I always tell people this, like, I really did get here because of my mom and dad. That's just what it is. I got here because of them. They made me. I got here because of me. I got here because of my community. But I also got here because of a young, half Filipino, half Mexican dude from Stockton, California, by the name of Don Quez. He has helped me a lot. That dude, I'm giving his flowers as well. Obviously, there's sometimes, being with someone for so long, you want this, he wants that. But at the end of the day, I just want the best for him. I want him to be great, and I know he wants the best for me too. So it's always a pleasure seeing him grow, seeing what he does, and always a pleasure working with him. That's my dog. It's one of my best friends. It's my family member. It's my brother. Like that's family. At the end of the day, like he's yeah, he's family. Can't even get. I don't even want to get emotional about that dog, but I care about that for a lot. That's my guy.
Yeah, it's crazy because like when I saw it, I was like, damn. It took me back 5 years ago, and to think like 5 years later, even after everything you guys have been through, like as in your personal lives, you guys are still here creating and still here creating in the 209. So it's like, how does that feel to still be able to do it with somebody like that you're that close to and that you've been close to for so long and just going through all that stuff? It's like, I don't want to get you emotional, but like, how just there got to be a feeling towards it where it's just like, man, like above all this rapping, above all this DJ, above all the music, like this individual I care about, man. Like what we've been through, man. Like no one can take this away from us. So the fact that we're still doing this X amount of years later,
no one can take. And I think that's why it means more the fact that like I can call bro and just we can talk about these things, and it's just like, and I hope he does. Like sometimes he's not the most talkative person in the world, but I do hope that he does. Like, and I'm pretty sure he does. But I hope he does look at this like, because I when you said it, I wasn't even thinking about that. But like, I hope he does know that, damn, we've come a long way from then to here, and we're really doing this like this in this magnitude, in this way. We're in the NBA together. Like, like this is the NBA for us. Like two kids from Stockton, California, from the same side, doing this. Like, and we got to do this shit together. Like, whether one is doing something in LA or the other one doing, it's still together. And it's just like, it means a lot, bro. It means the world to me that I get to, and we get to share these accomplishments with each other. We get to see it in real time. And it's not like, sometimes it gets tough. Like, DJ Mustard and YG at that time, they had their split. It's so cool that we never had that, and that God forbid it ever happens. Like, I don't think it ever will. That's my guy for life. And it's really cool to grow and to see that and to enjoy it. And I just, like I said, I've been fangirling out for that dude for a minute and enjoying what he does. And like I said, I hope he's been enjoying, because like you said, sometimes you just don't know. I know he's been enjoying it, but I hope he does enjoy, like, damn, that's my friend going crazy right now. And he's saying everything that we talked about in our bedrooms. Not that we were alone in the bedrooms.
that it was just us. We were just like,
But like everything that we talked about in these moments and seeing it happen in real time has been dope. He's been dope. We talked about a lot of this shit. It's like so cool with him, even with Cam, bro. Like it's just it's been a beautiful journey. Like, Cam that's family no matter what. On the business side, personal side, it doesn't matter. It's been amazing to grow with those individuals, and I just pray to continue to see them grow and continue to see them reach success. I don't care who gets there first. I just want to see it be done. I'm so happy for them. When they get it first or if I get it, it doesn't matter. I'm ecstatically blessed to see it, and it's very rare when you get to hear that, like, your friend. Like sometimes things happen. You know, life is life. So we were here for 1 minute, we can be gone the next. So I'm just blessed to see my friends grow into what they want to be. And you know, I don't think I think when my pops passed, I was struggling with like with I guess being there in that moment and being there in those times. You know, obviously going through my own personal experiences, but now being on the other side, it's been really cool to like see and to even ask questions like, what do you want? Like, you know, what do you want for yourself? And for them to say it and feel it and for us to see it happen. That's been really cool.
Crazy. Well, I think, yeah, just being on the other side of everything in life, it's amazing that you still get to do it this many years later with people that you love and care about. So I
Feel like
don't
an
think
old
we can
man.
ask for more. Yeah. Yeah, but you still got X amount of years to go, God willing, you know,
For
God
real.
willing. So,
Yeah.
but nevertheless, thank you for doing this. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing your perspective. I got one more question for you, DJ Kenzo.
Yes, sir.
When it's all said and done, what do you want to be remembered by when you leave this earth?
So that question is like a two-part answer. I don't want to be remembered, and I hope this doesn't get taken in the wrong way, but I just don't want to be remembered by anything because I feel like when you go so hard, there's like for example, my dad, I don't remember anything. I feel everything. Like he's still here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be remembered. I want to be felt. Like if that makes sense. I want
Nah,
to
100%.
still feel like I exist. I may not be here physically, but spiritually, I want to still live on. I will still live on. Like you know, so I don't. I'm not even really, I guess, concerned of what I want to be remembered by. It's just whatever you feel is what you feel. But I just want to let you know I'm still gonna be with you no matter what. And then second part answer to that, like the actual answer that's not complicated like that is I just want to be I just want it to be like seen with love. Like when you think of me or you feel my presence around, I just want you to know that love is there for real. Like I know that sounds kind of corny, but like I that's all I want to give. That's all I care about. Music and love. I don't care about nothing else. So obviously I care about my family and God and everything like that, but like love, dog. Like that's it. Like like I said, I don't want to be remembered. I want to be felt
Yeah.
and seen still. But when you feel and see me or feel my presence, like not physically here, um, I want you to feel love, you know?
Yeah.
So that's to answer your question. And then also too, I ain't going nowhere, dog. I'm gonna be here until I'm like 150. I really believe
Woo!
that. There's no way, bro. Like when you're this happy, you got to be here for that long. Like God's gonna be like, bro, we need this nigga
Yeah.
here longer.
We can't take him out yet, coach.
We
We in
can't take him out
quadruple
yet.
OT. Like, we
We need
need him
him,
in.
dog.
Bro hasn't got a
The
break in 8
iRobots are
quarters.
here. The iRobots are here. They don't know how to love shit. We need him. Like, we need
He's the last human with love in his heart. Like, hey, we need him,
we,
man.
as long as my fiance's still here, God's
Hey,
like, man, I'm gonna be here for a minute, but you know, so I think I'm gonna be here for a while. I hope I have so. I
yeah.
hope we both.
I hope so. Kodak Black with the skizzy on
I
that.
have so.
No, that's beautiful. Again, I hope you're here for as long as you want to be here, as long as
Thank
the
you, bro.
world needs you to be here, whichever one lasts the longest.
Thank you,
Yeah,
bro.
but again, thank you for everything. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for coming on here and sharing your perspective. This is a 6'5" show. Go and support this man. Go to a show. Go to an event he's throwing. If he's DJing, pull up. If he's rapping, if he's out the trunk and you see him, wave high, scream as loud as you can. It's DJ Kenzo. Anything you want to leave the people with, man?
Man, just I mean, like you said, if you do see me in the truck, just say hi. Don't call the cops. Just say hi and keep that shit moving because we working. But do say hi.
Yeah.
And if I tell you I love you, just say it back,
Stay
bro.
back, man.
Say it back. Or if I hug you, just hug me back. Because I think love needs to be spread more. You feel me? Like if you don't love me, I understand.
Oh, yeah.
Don't say it back. But if I just want to let you know if I do say love you or just love or gratitude, don't be like, what the fuck you say that for? I said it for a reason
Yeah.
because you need it in your life. No matter if I've known you for a day or 100 days, love is needed, bro. That's all I want to say.
Yep. DJ Kenzo, if you love somebody, please tell them. This has been another episode. Thank you for everybody watching, supporting. Go out there and go do what you love. Word to DJ Kenzo, man. It's peace and love. Peace.